Hello Sagittarius, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your October tarot prediction. As always, we're going to be taking a look at what's going to be happening in your life, in your work and career space, and what is the advice from the universe to make the most out of the energies of this month. I also have my Hermit Tarot cards, so we'll pull some messages from your person to yourself at the end, and I'm going to start with an oracle message for you for the month of October. Let's get a message for Sagittarius right away. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Remember that this is a general message, so take only what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video, to subscribe to my channel, to leave a comment. If this is not your message, you may want to check messages of your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And of course, if you're interested in a personal reading, do not hesitate to reach out via an email address. And actually, I'm also adding an option to order a personal reading on my website, mindfulbamboo.com. So that should be up on the website in the next day or two. So if you wanna check that out, feel free. Passion and pleasure, savor your life. Oh, I love this so much. Love this card. Passion and pleasure, you can see people celebrating around the fire. Yeah, this is a wonderful, wonderful time. So to me, it looks like there will be some reasons to celebrate in the month of October, whether it's actually a birthday party, housewarming, maybe some, I don't know, successful closure of a project at work, or it might just be some, it's kind of like sometimes it's good to have a celebration without any specific official reason to celebrate. So go for it if this is what you want. If this is what your soul is waiting for, then why not? This is the time to savor your life. We'll have a pretty important, there's a full moon here. We'll have pretty important full moon in this month. We'll also have a partial solar eclipse, so we have a lot going on. And Mercury retrograde is going to be over in the 4th of October, which means that there will be a bit of a shadow period after that for a few days, but generally speaking, we are moving into a much easier space in terms of communication, making connections with people, networking. So say if this is a party at work, then it may feel a lot easier to make those connections, to deliver your message. It will be exciting to hear what other people have to offer. So yeah, go for it if you have that opportunity. Okay, so for the love space, we have Queen of Wands. So this is the fire sign, actually. Looks like it's you. We have King of Cups. And we have Nine of Cups. Interesting. Okay, then we have the Devil. This is for your workspace. King of Swords. And Four of Swords. Okay. Sensing a bit of a burnout at work here. Okay, the universe advice is the Wheel of Fortune. Trust the universe. Page of Cups. I actually just had this concept in the reading that I've done for Scorpio about the trying new things. I just love this card. This deck is beautiful in general. This is the Dreaming Way Tarot, by the way. How she's making tea, but look how unusual the card is. First of all, the fish is flying around and the tea kettle is on her head as a hat. Why not, right? This is about being open to those new experiences that may feel like that to you. Like, what the hell is going on? The sun, there you go. The ultimate happiness. This is Leo energy. What else do we have? Have Wheel of Fortune, which is Sag. This is you. We have the Devil, which is Capricorn. So you could be dealing with one of those signs. We have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, which is Virgo energy. So yeah, there's a little bit of that keeping your energy safe, that vibe that I'm getting for this month. But I'm also getting that this is not because you want to hide from other people. This is like an intuitive feeling for keeping yourself safe. And with so much that you have going on at work, I see that this is almost like it's your body talking to you and telling you that, you know, it's time to keep us safe, to do some self-nurture and self-care, right? Not necessarily just give away the energy, right? We just spare some for ourselves. But to me, it's also a preparation for this celebration. Maybe like middle or end of the month, in that part of the month, there's gonna be definitely the time for passion and pleasure. And if you don't have that coming up by any chance, that you should think about making it happen, creating it for yourself, creating those opportunities, right? Why not? So let's see what we have for your love situation. We have the two people, which I usually do take as counterparts. And to me, because this is the fire energy and you're a fire sign, I'm getting that this is you and this is your person. It could be a water sign. It's possible that they have a lot of water in their chart, just generally. Take gender how it resonates. It doesn't have to be that this is a woman and this is a man. It could be completely different, but this is the energy, right? And we have Nine of Cups as a situation here. Usually Nine of Cups is a very positive card. It's about your wish coming true, all that stuff. In here, you can even see in the face of this person in the card and the body language that it's almost like the wish has come true, but it's not, it turned out that it's not what it cracked up to be, right? It's not what I expected really, right? And it's one of those, be careful what you wish for and how you formulate your wish. Because, I don't know, as an example, you wanted to, I don't know, you wanted to buy or to build a big house so that you have plenty of space, and maybe there's like specific purposes, specific projects that you wanted to realize in that new big house of yours, so to move there with your family. And then as the result, you managed to do it, but instead of just like living there and enjoying it, you have a lot of like, you know, a lot of money to pay out the loan, and secondly, there is still a lot to do there before it can bring you like a lot of effort, not just the money, but also a lot of effort that you need to put in before it can actually be what you wanted it to be, right? Because when you actually got to doing it, it turned out there's so many decisions and so much research that you need to do, and people that you need to bring in and all that stuff, right? So it's kind of like, and I'm not getting that this is a complete disappointment. It's just that you realize that whatever your dream for the two of you was for your relationship, maybe some sort of plan, next step for your relationships, it didn't bring you the joy and happiness that you expected. And I'm getting it actually for the both of you. Although in this deck, in this specific situation, the King of Cups, well, actually he has his eyes closed, yeah. But at least it's kind of turned into the direction of the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands isn't even looking that way. She's like minding her own business, right? And I actually like that it has sunflowers here. So I'm getting that this situation, whatever it is, it actually, the benefit from it was not this wasn't the end of the story. The benefit of it wasn't just to leave it there. Just like you bought the house, okay, that's the happy ending. No, the point about, in my example, building a house was that in turn helped you get some creative ideas, open up some of your gifts and skills. For example, it turned out that you're great at interior design. Maybe you're even doing a better job than the designer that you hired, right? Or suddenly, as you were having all those conversations and plannings, you realized that, I don't know, you need a sunroom because you want to take up XYZ, whatever hobby, and that's what you want, right? Like, it's some new revelation, but it's not just about the room, it's about what you want to do there, what you want to do with your life, right? Like some interesting discoveries are coming in. That's what I'm getting here. Whatever that something is that didn't pan out to be what you expected it to be, right? And again, this card to me is reminding you that that's what you're supposed to be focusing on this month. And actual Sag is very good at it, right? And look at it, you have fire and you're a fire sign, right? So imagine that you are bringing this fire to the situation. And no matter how dull and I don't know, moist, damp it is, right? Don't let it be a damper of the party, because really you can turn it around into the direction that you want. With the workspace, I started talking about the bit of a, well, it's either already happening to you or there is a risk of a burnout at work. So be careful with that. And this is why the devil is here. That's one of the addiction patterns. It's one of the unhealthy patterns that we have. Workaholism is being praised in our society, is being admired, but it's not a healthy way of doing things, of living your life. Right? It's one of the coping mechanisms, one of the escape mechanisms, and it's a whole other conversation on that topic. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to hear for me to do a video on it or add an article in my blog. But what I'm saying here is that it's like, it's time for you to be that responsible adult, right? The King of Swords here is like the father of the family who comes in and kind of like leads the light on the situation and explains what's what, right? Like a very honest opinion, very honest assessment of what's going on, right? Mom may want to kind of cover it up or make it look nicer than it is. The dad will tell it to you like it is, right? It's that sort of situation. You're being asked to become that parent to yourself. And the biggest realization is that you deserve a break, you deserve rest, you deserve to enjoy your life. Right? And you may say, well, but I'm enjoying my work. Are you? Do you? Think about if you lived, like, do that kind of exercise where you're dreaming about what your dream day would be like. Or like, say you're on vacation. What is your vacation? What would you love to be doing? It's probably not going to be doing what you've been doing all this time, right? Or if it is, then think about other aspects of your life. How's your family? How's your friends? Right? Are you taking care of yourself? Think about those areas, those aspects. And what I'm getting here is a bit of a warning energy that if you don't look at the situation with honest eyes and take some steps to remedy it, to rebalance, to bring back that feeling of happiness and self-care and self-nurture for yourself, if there is a good chance that it's going to create some health issues for you. Because, well, it's quite a logical way of how the body responds to what's going on with us, what kind of decisions we make, how we treat ourselves, right? And that I'm just getting here that it's getting closer to that point in time where it can turn into a health issue. And that would be like but that will be almost like a tower moment, right? Where you're like, okay, I can't go on like that anymore. But for now, you're still being warned that you have a way to get out of it, still, a healthy way to do it with like little to no damage. And if for some of you, if you feel like you are being pressured to be overworking yourself, to do those extra hours, maybe it's time to leave that job, and it could be a heartbreaking reality if you love the job or it pays well and you had a lot of hopes for it. But you need to take care of yourself first and foremost. Nobody's going to do it for you. Your boss is not going to care about it. And you need to think about not just right now, but what's going to be happening a few months from now, a year from now. And even from a very logical perspective, very analytical and dry perspective, it's not going to look good because you're going to burn yourself out. You won't be able to carry on like that for a long time, right? So you can sell it to your boss that way, right? That it needs to change. Maybe you need to hire some help. Maybe if this is because of the clients you have, for example, you need to reevaluate how you make agreements with your clients. So what kind of clients do you accept? And maybe some of the clients you should just say no to right away. Those kind of things. That like it can still be healthy. It can be a very rational and friendly conversation, right? But it's asking you to take it seriously, whatever is happening right now. For the advice, we actually have pretty cool cards here. They're all very positive and full of hope, I would say, right? Well, first of all, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about divine timing, which means that you're supposed to trust that everything that's happening in your life, personally, professionally, those events, those people are there for a reason, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. So don't feel like you're making some sort of mistakes, or you're being stubborn, or you're not listening to the guidance. No, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. But then it's up to you to what you do with it, right? And like, this is the happiest card in the deck, and that to me corresponds very much to that savor in the life. It's about passion and pleasure. You're supposed to remind yourself this month what it feels like to be in that state of passion and pleasure. What does it mean for you to savor your life, to truly enjoy it, to feel euphoric in the moment, right? Create that for yourself, for sure. And be open to new experiences, to being creative, being inventive, right? Playing with it, having fun with it, no matter whether it's work or your relationship or your personal space, where you want to add more creativity and more fun. Okay, messages from your person to yourself. Let's get some messages for Sag from their person. Oh, I love this. Okay, we have, I worry about us a lot, you are on, and you make my heart full. Yeah, so I get that, because your person can sense that you're not happy with how things turned out. And imagine if, in my example, it was that house that you wanted, and you both put a lot of effort and energy into it, right? And they're like, well, we both tried so hard, we wanted it so badly, I don't understand why you're unhappy. And that's why they're worried, because at some point they start thinking whether it's them, whether they are the problem, whether you're unhappy with them, right? But at the same time, they know that you bring that emotional fulfillment, you bring that happiness to them. So whichever, either they feel like, for some scenarios I'm getting that they feel like you think they're the problem and they're worried, so do with it what you will. For others, they feel like you are not happy with them because, you know, maybe you feel like they've let you down, and that's where they're saying you're wrong. And, you know, maybe you don't even know the whole story, so some conversation is needed here. As we're leaving the Mercury retrograde time, it's gonna open up more straightforward opportunities for clearing out the air and maybe settling on those difficult conversations that didn't go well in September during the Mercury retrograde, where there was a lot of, like, in the air, we had a lot of that energy of misunderstandings and confusion, and people just feeling like they speak a foreign language when they're trying to make a point, right? Like, I'm trying to tell you one thing and you're hearing it completely different way. Maybe that was your situation, and now is going to be the time to set things straight. Okay, Sagittarius, I hope this has been helpful for you. I love you all, and I'll be back with my readings very, very soon. Bye, everyone.